Kimber socks.
No, I have socks. I just don't put them in the drawer.
We should go over your house and collect them from various places and put them in your drawer for you. How about that?
Yes.
So do you wash them, but they just stay in the hamper?
I wash them, but I mean, maybe this is a Mercury Saturn thing, but I need to have socks on at all times. And I like to change my socks a lot throughout the day.
Yeah.
So I go through them very fast. So, and then I get a lot of lost, like, or individual socks, but I can't put them in the sock drawer unless they have a match. So they all end up in the laundry hamper clean without a partner.
Well, I've known people to do outfit changes throughout the day, but I've never met anyone who changed their socks throughout the day.
Yes.
Now you have.
Oh my gosh, Kimber. So my Mercury and Saturn declination wise, so like one's at 17 north and one's at 18 south. They don't make like a regular longitudinal aspect, but they are contraparallel.
What does that mean?
Like when the declination is like north versus, or if both of them are north at the same degree of declination, then it's kind of like a conjunction. Or if one's north and then the other one's south at the same degree, then it's kind of like an opposition. Like it feels similar to that.
Is that called a contraparallel?
Contraparallel is the opposition one.
Oh,
and then parallel is the conjunction one.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a term I've heard, but I never knew what it was.
Everybody's learning today.
Yeah. Well,
every day.
You just dropped some dopamine on me.
I learned that vision boards give me anxiety.
What were you vision boarding?
I'm glad you asked.
You had it right there.
I went to a library event where we vision boarded, and this is what my visions are. Do you see Poseidon? I made the librarian print me out pictures of Poseidon in this.
Did you put a picture of yourself on there?
No.
You got to put a picture of yourself on the vision board because you're supposed to be a part of the vision.
Crap. Well, I put all these other ladies on there, so.
Well, what's in your vision board? Tell us what you're
let's see.
other than Poseidon.
Well, I have an angel on there, and I also have a piano because I want to learn more on the piano, Asclepius and Poseidon. I put these weights on there because I'm hoping to get really buff, you guys. And then I glued things on, and I like left a stripe of cardboard. So then I had to put this sentence on there to like cover it up so that it was perfect. And it says, "Everything I do is turning into a success."
Wow.
Kind of
No wonder you're so anxious. You know, that's a lot of, I get a lot of pressure.
I'm going to continue growing my hair, and it's going to look luxurious.
Wow.
I'm going to drink coffee. Basically it. Oh, this is me reading all the books that I buy. Instead of buying them. And I got a lot of like showbiz stuff going on.
Okay, nice.
My new stomach.
It looks like your old stomach.
Oh, thanks, Andy.
What else is it people got going on? What'd you do today?
I was working mostly.
I went to a Pilates class.
Ooh, nice.
No, my body hurts, but I want it to be a thing, so we'll see.
Oh, cool. I've been keeping up on my New Year's resolution of doing a headstand every day.
Interesting.
How are they going?
Good, really good. I do them on the that little bench that you stick your head in and then it supports on your shoulders. But I thought, I should do them against the wall too, to like maybe build up to that. I'm building up to not having to have any support whatsoever, like you could just do them in the middle of the room. But I did it against the wall, and then my cat came and sat like just a little bit from me. And then I started freaking out because I'm there with like against the wall and I like have to come down. But if I came down, I would come crashing into my cat. And I'm like, move. Like I'm like upside down. I'm like, Michu, move. I gotta come down, Michu. And she's just like sitting there. And I was really kind of like afraid that I was gonna like pull a muscle because I was gonna try to come down sideways or something so I wouldn't come down right on her. It was a little stress.
Wow. Interference. Headstand interference. Do you see how Merlin has to circle my desk like 50 times? Okay, Merlin.
Oh yeah, yeah. Michu sits right next to me.
Aw.
Oh,
Merlin, do you have to do this? Do you have to walk like 1,000 times in front of the camera? Anyway. Well, okay. Well, here we are. Do we want to do our random questions? Or is there anyone else has something? Merlin, I'm always doing stuff on my computer. Do you got the dice, Jesse? Okay.
Yeah, Tina has dice.
I have some dice. There, it's a 12.
Okay.
12.
We'll just have to roll it for iterations of 5s.
All right. So I see Andy is 1, I'm 2, Jay-Z's 3, Kimber's 4, and Debbie, you're 5. Is that what everyone else sees? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll it on my vision board. Getting real spiritual here. Oh my god, it was a 2. It's me.
Yeah,
I am on my vision board. That's so special. So my question is inspired by Jensen, actually, my friend who she came to Tuesday remediation.
That's so nerve wracking. I'm like, I hope her friends liked it because it's like they're your friends, you know what I mean? But
yeah, they really did. It was good. I heard from them both the same night. So
I'm not fishing for compliments. I was just talking about like as a teacher, you're just like, oh god, this is a little bit of pressure. That's all.
yeah, no, sorry. I'll try to stagger my friends that I bring.
Oh no. I'm glad they were there.
All right, good. So Jensen asked me this today because it's literally today it's happening in her chart, and I love Chiron. So I wanted to ask you guys about your experience of your progressed moon hitting your natal Chiron. What was that like for you? How did it go?
Progressed moon hitting natal Chiron. How do we even find that?
How do we know when that was?
Well, what you can do is you can go to Astro Gold. Isn't helpful if you don't have Astro Gold. And you can run your progressions. And Kimber, do you know if there's a way to see the exact date of conjunction, or do you just kind of have to scroll through?
I mean, you can scroll through, but you'd have to set up a dynamic list if you want to see when it's always conjunct Chiron first.
Okay, because my listings, I didn't try the dynamic thing. But anyways, so Andy, I'll find yours. Is that okay with you?
Sure. I don't know if I'll. Yeah, let's see when it was.
All right, and then you have to like dig through your brain for what happened.
Interesting for me, I'll go, is that my progressed moon's going to be conjunct Chiron this June. And then the last time I was a little kid, so I can't really speak to how that felt. So I'm excited. I'll report back in a few months.
Andy, you're almost at a progressed new moon.
Wow.
That's exciting.
Hello, Soft Edges Collective. Who are you? Do we know you?
Jensen.
Oh, that's Jensen. Okay. Does Jensen want to come in the room? Or wait, is Jensen's nervous to go on air, if I remember right?
What do you think, Jensen?
Okay. Okay, so when's my progressed moon on Chiron?
So I'm narrowing it down. I'm at January 15th of 2009, and it's closing in. It's pretty close. Oh, I missed it. Oh, there it is. December 15th, 2008. Right around this time, it would have been pretty spicy. Did anything amazing happen to you at the end of 2008?
Oh my god, as if I remember. Let's see. That's to me that would be research that's not. I mean, like I can't remember. Then I don't know. I mean,
what year did you become a parent?
I think it was 2007. But that would have been the special thing is becoming a parent, not like necessarily. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, I think I would be making something up if I don't know.
I'm pretty. Let me do this math. Didn't your daughter just turn 18?
Well, she's
Yeah,
born in
at the
December
end of
2007, but that's
Oh, you did say okay, 2007. Never mind then.
Yeah.
So you had a beautiful 1-year-old. That's what was going on in your life.
I don't
okay.
know if that connects to Chiron though.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not going to have that.
Your Chiron's in Taurus in your 11th house. So anything shifting around your like groups or your long-term goals at that time?
I
No.
mean, well, I would put Chiron in my 12th because I'm in whole sign houser.
Oh, this question is very technical becoming.
So I'm not the best research case because we have a different house system, and it would have to be if we were doing my house system, it would be something more on the spiritual lines, and that would be very inward, and I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
That one doesn't work.
So I'm not trying to be an impossible,
Oh, you're so difficult, Andy. You're being such a villain tonight.
Well, my moon, progressive moon, when it was conjunct my Chiron, was back in 2010, and that was when I had my book publishing party. I had a book party, and I met my husband.
Wow, interesting. So how would that be chironic?
That's chironic that you met your husband.
Well, it was kind of a leap to meet somebody new that I had been single for a long time. So to be with somebody that it was kind of an interesting, it did hit my heart. He hit my heart. What can I say?
Oh.
And where's your Chiron placed in the natal chart?
It's at 8 degrees of Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
In what house?
In my 5th house.
Okay, so it would have been dating related.
Yeah.
I sort of like the book, like you're celebrating your book coming out, and that's like 5th house, like creativity before an audience. So that's kind of cool.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm. Was it an astrology book?
5th house, right?
Yeah, 5th house.
Yeah. It's my natal. My natal Chiron is in 5th house.
And it was an astrology book?
No, it was actually about somebody that I was in love with. Let's see, 2008, 2 years prior. It took me 2 years to write the book.
Was there wounding around that love situation?
There was. That was my soulmate, and he died.
Oh, it's becoming a dark topic. I mean, it's Chiron, but
yeah. So that was wild. I'm looking at everything else now to see where, and it's funny because Uranus in this chart is also at 6 degrees of Leo. So that's opposing the Chiron in this chart. It's funny because can I share with you guys? Oh, I can't do that on this platform. But yeah, the Chiron, the progressed Chiron is at 6 degrees Aquarius, and the moon is at 8 degrees Aquarius. Interesting.
When you wrote the book?
I wrote the book I published it in 2010. So I started writing it right after he passed away in 2008.
Yeah, here's the book.
Oh my God, you have the book. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my little paradise built to last.
Yeah.
I'm going on the book buying website now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were two weeds. Two
I mean,
dandelions.
do we think that that's observable evidence of astrology at work? I mean, that's if you're looking back in time to see what happened. Do you think that that's chironic.
Yeah, I mean, for me, writing the book and publishing that book was a healing point of his passing. It was a gift that I wrote that book not for fame or anything else, but as a gift for him, as a memorial.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's very interesting because I was just writing a memorial for my mentor that passed earlier today, and it's like to hear someone else talking about a memorial at the same time. It's been a day of synchronicities for sure.
Yes. Yeah. That's interesting. I never thought to do that. It's interesting. It's really interesting.
Well, that was fun. Jay-Z, did you look it up or are you?
Well, oh, my Chiron?
Oh, yeah.
So my Chiron, like everything else, is in Pisces in my 12th house. So it's at 24 degrees, which makes it right opposite my Uranus in Virgo. And I don't know how long it would have taken my progressed moon to get there. My moon started in my natal chart at 19 Cancer. So
that's interesting. I have Chiron opposite Uranus too.
Oh yeah?
Twinsies.
Yeah. Feel like healing happens spontaneously.
Yeah, or like in very unexpected ways. Yeah.
Yeah, like in my particular one, because this is the same thing. The Chiron is exactly in an exact opposition to the Uranus at 6 degrees Leo.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Huh.
And so I think because there was a shift. There was a time where and then it was a shift from going from letting go of that person, because I wrote the book, I published the book, we had the party. It's like, okay, the dance is over, and 2 weeks later I meet my husband to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, really, isn't that crazy?
That definitely feels like the wrapping up of something in order to kind of usher in the new.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I can't quite see where you become the healer in it, but maybe you healed your husband, like, you know what I'm saying? Like your experience offered some sort of healing to your new relationship.
I think it's also like you could be the healer in that there's a certain wisdom from like losing a love, and like and then entering it again, having had that experience, like it's different. It's like, what's at stake to lose.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful.
Yeah.
Aww.
So yeah, thank you, Jenna. That was really great to find that out, to play around with that and see where it was going to be.
That was fun. I'm glad we did that, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, we're bonding.
We have bonded. We are already bonding.
You're right.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing, Jenna? So your moon's on my south node, so that means Chiron's pretty close. And my Chiron's in my 10th house, but it's intercepted in Leo. And I feel like you've helped me heal, like with coming back out and publicly, because I did withdraw because everything that happened in my life, it was really embarrassing. I needed to just step away from like having a public persona. So I do feel like in general, like you've been healing in my life in that way.
Oh, I love that.
I'm in my feelings. I don't know what's going on.
I need to save this live stream forever. Putting it on my vision board.
I love that was the first topic today and that you were on the thumbnail with Chiron.
With Chiron.
Right.
Me and my best friend.
Nice.
Oh, awesome.
All right, should we roll again?
Here I go. Maybe I should. Well, it's fine. I can roll it on the board. If I roll a 2, I'll keep rolling. 3, Jay-Z.
Oh no.
Did you not have a question?
Well, I do have a list of questions, but they're all just like really rando.
Should we roll to see which question? How many are on the list?
Oh, let's see. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. They're not that great. I'll pick out the best one,
All right.
which is all right. No, here's a fun one that I wanted to ask everybody. What's the weirdest job you've ever had?
Weirdest job.
Okay.
Is weird like unique?
Well, however you want to define it.
It's probably that we're astrologers. No, that's a weird job.
That's pretty okay. Weird
Oh,
for
yeah.
this group.
Being an astrologer is not a weird job.
Okay, I have a weird job.
Tell us.
So in high school, I made oboe reeds for a living, and I would wrap them on a chair, and I would scrape them, and I would clip them, and I would play them, and then tune them and clip them more, and I would make oboe reeds for a living.
Wow.
Is that a weird job?
Wow. Yeah.
It's a weird
Yeah.
job. It's tedious.
In order to play
fun.
them, you had to like suck on them and then put them in your oboe and then play them and then you'd sell them to people after.
Yes,
That's awesome.
I had no idea you played oboe.
I did. I was in the Minnesota Youth Symphony playing oboe.
One of my best friends in college, we went to Boston University, and somehow he got placed on the engineering floor with all of us nerds. But he was there for oboe, and he used to tell me how much he hated making reeds. So you like definitely picked a good market.
Well, it's funny as a crafter. Like I look back at this, the way that happened is my oboe teacher and I had like a weird relationship where we were like kind of like it was like a weird dating kind of, but not really. But he had this business, and I one day he would make all these like oboe reeds and sell music oboe equipment, and I was like. We would always be hanging out and stuff, and I was like, "So, what do you say? I make some oboe reeds for you?" And like, I like made the proposition, and then he let me do it. Like, it was weird.
Wow. That's pretty good.
I don't know if anybody could beat that. That is
Mine's not weird compared to that.
That was very obscure. I have a taboo job.
tell.
Was a sex worker.
Really? Were you?
Weird
Yeah.
job.
When I was a drug addict and was homeless, it's how we ended up making money. And then after I was no longer homeless, I continued to do that because I started dating my ex, and she was really into it. She was a suicide girl, which was like this like kind of like pin-up-y, like edgy pin-up girl thing. So then we started hooking together because like we got a real corner on the market because we were like two girls together who were like very comfortable with each other because we were dating. So many moons ago.
Wow!
How many progressed moons was that?
Well, it was.
Yeah, where was your Chiron then?
I'll check that out for you guys. But it was around Andy's progressed moon conjunct Chiron, so a long time ago.
It was when Chiron was in your 5th house conjunct Scorpio moon. No, I don't know.
I'll look right now, but
Well, that's obscure. That's kind of a well. That's a tricky job. That would be interesting. You got to walk the tightrope on that job.
it was interesting because I don't want to. Okay, I can say this. So I was hooking for because you get all sorts of clients. So the high end clients, like they want to do like weird stuff. Like one of them wanted to pay me to grow my hair because I had shaved my head at that point, and he's like, "Oh, you have such beautiful hair. I'll pay you $1,000 a month if you just start growing your hair." And that was like on top of whatever other stuff. But to me, it wasn't worth it. I guess I had enough self-love that I was like, I don't want to grow my hair, even if it is $1,000 a month. I guess I should call him now because I have long hair again. You owe me.
You're like, I've been growing my hair for 10 years. Pay up.
No, it's since Saturn was in Pisces, so I can like get him right to the date and be like, this is that. You owe me, and Saturn entered Pisces.
Yeah.
But
That's a good one. How about you, Debbie?
I don't. Mine were all kind of normal and boring. I didn't have. When I was younger, I was cleaning houses for people. I did newspaper deliveries with my brother, but most of my stuff, I worked for a sprocket and gear company. It was all secretarial. I worked in a fragrance company. That was kind of fun. It was a very interesting environment, and that was a lot of fun. I liked working at that place. I don't know. I worked for, what is it? Bell Communications. I worked for them. And I worked, and then I worked for the school district for like 25 years.
Dang.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's
Well,
long.
were you in the school district? You were the secretary?
Yeah, it was well, that was an interesting thing. It was a small town, so there was only 3 schools in the district, and so when I worked at Bell Communications, I was actually a purchasing secretary. So I used to do purchasing, and so when I applied for the job at the school district, they had a job for somebody who would be a secretary for the transportation department and purchasing. And so the woman that was in charge, we had a great rapport when we did the interview. It was a great interview. And the thing was, Bell Communication was just falling apart. And they had to let go of people. I had just gotten divorced. It was Christmas time. And people were panicking that I had 3 bosses, and one was really mean. He was horrible. And he used to like to try to make his secretaries cry, but he wouldn't let me. I wouldn't do it. I don't care what he said. He wasn't going to make me cry. I didn't care what the hell he said. I did it on purpose. I don't care what you're not going to make me cry. So when I left, I did the interview, and the day that I did the interview, the woman told me, she goes, I think you got the job, but I have to go through all my interviews. She goes, oh, and Bell Communications, the secretary, called me, and she said to me, she goes, oh, the girl who was going to take your place, she quit because she knew she didn't want to work for that guy. You got your job back. I said, I don't want that job back. What? So I could be on the chopping block again? No way. So, and I got the job at the district. So I was there for 25 years, but it started getting a little crazy when they built another school. They had another school they were building up, and there was a lot of work to do. And I said, we need help. We need to get help. And I wanted the purchases. So she goes, yeah, we're going to split this. There's transportation, and then there's purchasing. And I said, okay, well, I would like to apply for the purchasing. She goes, no, I want you to do the transportation. And I said, okay. I'll do that, because I figured, okay, it's good divergence. If I needed to go out somewhere else, I have something else on my resume. So she hires this person, and she comes to my desk. Now, I have to tell you, I was fully qualified for this job. She comes to my desk. She goes, we have a little problem. She goes, we hired Anne Marie, and she doesn't know how to type. I said, yeah, that's a problem. And I was feisty back then. And she said, I'm hoping you'll support her. And I looked up and I said, by supporting, I hope you mean rah. I'm going to help you out to get you where you need to be. But I'm not going to be typing for her. She goes, well, I need you to be her secretary. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. So she goes, well, I'm going to talk to the administrator, and we're going to have I said, fine. And I wrote all my notes. And in the meantime, they were building another school, and they had a assistant principal that needed a secretary. So I applied for that job. And my boss's boss, who was the administrator, called us both in, and she was going off about she's being disrespectful, blah, 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 blah. And then I told him everything that was going on, and he dismissed her or me. She says, I got to talk to Glenda. Deb, you're okay. Goodbye. Got the job. She got into hot trouble for what she did, because that was not right what she did. But that's yeah, it's kind of like not as exciting as Jenna's.
What about you, Kimber?
I was gonna talk about when I worked at a cookie store and would come home with bruised hands from like kneading the dough, but I would say probably being a middle school teacher or an assistant principal during COVID. That was a fever dream. There was the things I was doing. I'm like, what am I doing? And my first year was really bad, just because I would constantly get locked out of the school as an adult with kids that are 12 and 13. And people who are working at the school as like construction would be like, where's your teacher? We can't let you in. I'm like, I'm the teacher. And then the kids are yelling, she's our teacher. And they're like, of course you'd say that. And it was like, what the heck? Like, how am I the person in charge? Like, it was just it was a weird year, because I was so young looking. And I was like, I mean, I'm young looking now, but it was just, I was 22 and I'm with these 12-year-olds and I'm like, take me seriously. And then adults aren't even going to say I'm older than 12. So that was just like, I was like, what am I doing?
Wow. A fever dream. I've never heard that. What about you, Jay-Z?
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, I've done a lot of really rando things, but one of them, I guess I could say, I was a private investigator.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I worked for Simmons Detective Agency, and but it was a lot of following people around. But what that meant was it was a lot of sitting in my car outside of someone's house, like half a block away, staring at their front door, hoping they would come out so we could do something. So yeah, it was interesting, but yeah,
that's prestigious in theory, but like in the reality of it, it's just like a bummer killer.
Yeah, it is. Like, yeah, it sounds exciting, but it's not really that exciting. I mean, the most excitement was like, oh, I was following a FedEx driver who was saying that they couldn't lift more than 10 pounds. So I had to like try to surreptitiously take pictures of them lifting what looked to be heavy boxes.
Oh my
We
God.
did a lot of insurance claims and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
That's a good use of your like 12th house Pisces energy. Like that, like I will dissolve into nothingness. You'll not remember me.
Yeah.
Yeah, your Mars in Scorpio too. Yeah. Wow.
Get to the bottom of this 10-pound limit.
Yeah.
Anyway. Were they lying? Could they lift more than 10 pounds?
Well, I actually couldn't follow the UPS, or it was FedEx, sorry, not UPS. So I couldn't follow them for that long. I had to give up that case because this was before GPS, right? So they would drive down a street and I would be following them, like trying not to be obvious. And then they'd go to the end of the street and bang a Yui because they were trying to find the house too. And then like that happened a couple times. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I think that, yeah, it's like, they may or may not have noticed that I was following them. So I gave it to someone else in the office.
Wow.
We'll never know.
No, never know.
I thought that was a good question.
That is a good question.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, we ready for a roll?
Yeah.
Here we go. So it's 10. Does that mean 5?
Sure.
All right, Tippy.
So, my question is, what is the most dangerous situation you've ever been in?
I want to say
Oof.
We're going down memory lane tonight.
Wow, we are.
Define danger. No,
yeah.
I was like, I know. It's like physically or spiritually.
Well, either way. I mean, what? That's the thing. What was it that made you like, oh my God, I'm in trouble here? Oh, Kimber, please do
Shane
tell.
was a phone book assembler. By the
Oh,
way.
that's good, Shane. What does a phone book assembler do?
I bet they assemble phone books. Yes.
But not physically. Maybe the data. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe physically.
Is it physical? Because like, couldn't that be like some part of it can be upside down?
He's a triple Earth, so I'm gonna go with.
I'm not saying his phone books would be that way. His phone books are probably perfect.
Similar.
I'll go.
This is
I
really
went on a
Oh, nice.
dating app date that went horribly wrong, and it was fall break, and I couldn't make it back to my own house, and I was basically kidnapped for all of fall break, because there was no Uber, because the Uber had just been banned from my college town because no one was passing their background checks, and all my friends were out of town. So I thought this person was going to kill me.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Really, yes, and it was horrible.
Wait,
And
how long were you?
Game of Thrones was like part of that night, so I can't. And I've never finished watching Game of Thrones after season 1 because of that night, because it was such a horrible experience.
Oh, wow.
But pretty, yeah. That's probably I'd say that was like I felt like I was in the most danger and actually in danger.
Oh my God! How'd you get out of it?
I was very, very nice and just was like, take me home. Like I was like acting very casual. I was like, please take me home the next day. He went a really long round way. We stopped in the woods. It was the weirdest situation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I never really went on a dating app situation after that.
I don't blame you.
But I know a lot of people who met their partners there. So I'm not anti. I just feel like knowing me, I have bad luck.
Mm.
Ding, 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 ding. You got the winner. Yes.
Sorry. Like, I didn't know what else.
Okay, I'm gonna go with psychically dangerous on this one because I mean I have been in dangerous like car rides and stuff like that. But I will tell you, so someone in my life put me in the hospital for schizophrenia, and well, they hadn't called me schizophrenic at this time. They put me in the hospital, but this person's very controlling and very crazy making, and so I got put in the hospital. I lost my job that I had because I couldn't get out of the hospital. Because once I get in there, like I was like so crazy. Like I thought I was like, oh, are we producing the episode where I'm mentally ill? Like I thought it was like a production thing. I was like, are they putting me in here for production? And I was like, all right, let's do the mentally ill thing. And then I was just like balls to the wall, mentally ill. I was just like, okay, yeah. What I mean, like, but that's part of my mental illness is like I think everything's a production. So yeah, like but then I couldn't get out of the hospital for a month and they weren't even going to let me out the day that I was supposed to go. And like because I was trying to behave in there with my crazy chart, but like you guys, I'm a little nutty, I'm a little unhinged. And in there, I was like I was making ephemeruses and like making my own ephemeris and then I was like trying to analyze my whole family system because I'd have to get on the phone with them to try to and they were all fighting, and until they stopped fighting, I couldn't get out. And so anyway, but the psychically dangerous part about this is that after I finally got out, the same people who put me in there like to threaten me with continuing schizophrenia. So like if I did anything they didn't like, they're like, you're acting a little schizophrenic. You know what I mean, kind of thing. Like it's like being in a schizophrenic like oppression schema is really dangerous because it's like they would tell my kid I was crazy. Like I couldn't get away from these people who basically kept telling the story that I was crazy, even though I was like living online, producing all these shows every week, like doing chart readings, like killing it, working at Kepler, and they're like, "Oh, she's crazy." Like, anyway, so what I finally did was talk publicly online about how I had Munchausen's, like people who had Munchausen's I was having Munchausen's by proxy, and I basically kicked it publicly where I was like, "I'm calling Munchausen's on this." And these people were kind of after my money too. Like it was messed up, but like I called it out publicly and I kept my stance and I was like, this is Munchausen's. I'm not schizophrenic. I mean, I'm still on meds and I won't go off my meds, but like I had to call them out and be like, you will not do this thing where you tell the world I'm schizophrenic anymore. So I think it's really dangerous to let people give you a mental illness diagnosis and persevering on it and teach the public that that's true.
It is dangerous, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh.
So did they finally dissipate? Did they leave, or how did you get rid of
Oh
them?
no, it's my baby daddy. So like I still have to.
Wow.
They
Okay.
keep trying to tell my kid that I'm crazy, and she's like, "Mom, legit, my mom's awesome." Like whatever. Like now she's like, because she lives with me, and I'm with Shane, and Shane is not crazy making in any way. He's like sanity producing. So she's like this sane, awesome mom who's always like making beads and like working all the time, and like it's just she kept telling her dad, she's like, well, she's only crazy around you though. That's the weird thing. I called him out though publicly. I was like, weird how all your exes are crazy too. Like, oh my god. Like I was like, you're the crazy nigga. But anyway,
That's right. If they're all crazy, that means that there's one common, and that's him. The common,
Dude.
the common,
Dude.
yeah, yeah. The common factor is him.
Sorry if that was TMI and super personal, but like I went public about it. I was like, I have a Munchausen and it's getting old.
That wasn't TMI. No.
No. I'm here for this. TMI be damned. Shane saying my most dangerous experience was when a cop suspected I was an escaped criminal and drew his firearm, held me at gunpoint until backup arrived.
Oh wow!
That is terrifying.
I think that one takes the cake.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
I don't know. Kimber's is a good second. Well,
Yeah, that one's.
All right, I'll tell mine. Because I was going to do a mental hospital one, but now I'm not because that's been covered. I overdosed.
You felt like that was dangerous for you too, though?
Oh, it definitely was. But so your situation is like you're straight up a victim. My situation was I was living in a transitional living center, which is like you can walk around the grounds. You're not in a locked unit. And I snuck, this was at McLean Hospital in Belmont, Massachusetts. I'm kicked out. And I snuck my boyfriend who I met on the drug detox ward at McLean in, and this was like the transitional living center for women with PTSD. So sneaking my boyfriend in or him being there at all was not okay, let alone me having a sleepover with him. And I like confided in one of the other girls. I was like, Jake's staying over tonight. And I thought she was my friend. She got really upset and she told the staff. And then I was like denying it. And I like hid him in the room, which was kind of funny because the whole security staff couldn't find him. He was like under a blanket. Like I shoved my bed up against the wall and I tucked him in there. So then it was so bad. And I'm calling my parents and I'm like, the people here are crazy. And they're like, Jenna, just no. And they would like hang up. And they were like, you're on your own, figure it out. So I was like, all right, I gotta figure this out. So I like went into the room and I like peeked in the blanket and I was like, you're on your own. And he was like, what? And I was like, you're on your own. So then I like went and they were like, Jenna, you have to get back here. Like what you're doing is not okay and all this stuff. The transitional living center on McLean's campus is like right next to the main road there in Belmont. So I grabbed my AA big book and my teddy bear that's right over there from like my babyhood. And I was like, I have everything I need. I'm out of here. And I started walking across like the grass to like leave McLean. Like I was just done. And the security was like, you need to stop moving or we're going to restrain you. And I was like, fuck you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So fast. They foot swept me. Now I know the terms. And I was like, boom, like right on the ground. And I'm like screaming and I'm like, I have AIDS. I'm going to bite you. Like I was like losing my mind. And I'm like trying to bite them and I'm like spitting at them. And they like put me on this like flat board. Now I sound insane. But they put me on this like flat board and they like couldn't fit it in the van because it was like long. And they were like, how are we going to get her back up to the like intake area? And I was like, guys, you won. I was like, I can calm down. I'll just sit. And they were like, what? Like I like flipped and they were like, okay. So they just like had me handcuffed sitting there. And then they brought me up and they like put me through all the intake stuff again. And they were like, all right, you're on general psych now. Like you don't get to go on these. General psych is where they put you when like they don't really know what to do with you. And on general psych, they made me stay there for a couple weeks. And then they were like, okay, like you seem to have, it was probably more like a month. They were like, you seem to have stabilized now, but you're not allowed in the transitional living center anymore. So we're going to discharge you to this like intensive outpatient program, blah, blah, blah. And I was like freaking out because McLean had become kind of like my home and I'd gone to like all the different units and I don't know, I was like into it. So I went into the day room and I smashed. I was like, I'm gonna show them, and I like went up and I grabbed the clock off the counter, off the wall, and I smashed it in, and I like took a piece of glass. Was like being psycho, and once again got restrained. And then they were like, so now we're sending you to Silver Lake Ranch. It's a therapeutic work ranch in northern Vermont. So I got sent to Spring Lake Ranch, and then I got out of that too, but that's another story. But I think that was probably like danger wise, like when society perceives you as like completely unstable and unhinged, that's dangerous. Like to me, that was more dangerous than when I OD'd. Like, yes, I could have died, but the repercussion of that is go be a spirit in space. The repercussion of what happened at McLean was like I even thought about it when I was pregnant with my daughter. I was like, they could just take her from me. Like I have a history of being literally insane, like around Massachusetts. So yeah, that's it.
In the mess up they put you in there with a bunch of the most insane people, and then you're supposed to act normal and prove that you're sane. And like everyone in there was just
yes. And I was like dating like 3 of them too by the time I left. I was like,
me too. I had a few boyfriends in there. We were like cuddling and stuff. It was
dude. Yes. Whenever you get sent to the hospital, there's like that, oh fuck, it's happening again. But then something turns when you're waiting for your bed where you're like, who am I going to meet? Like,
oh God,
what's going to happen? This is great. It's like I'm going on Love Island.
Dang, I didn't stay there long enough for that to be my story. Like,
holy moly.
Your next lover could be waiting for you.
That just was not my experience.
Wow.
It was kind of a cool experience to see who you are, though. Like, I was still drawing charts. Like, I had like all my family members. I had all their charts, and I was like doing all their. I was still myself in there. I was reading my roommate's chart and like.
We would go out. One of the places I went, Bournewood, they had like a little like dog kennel area where you could go and smoke cigarettes. They'd bring you out there like twice a day, and all the people were like, there was this one lady, I forget her name, but she was off her meds and she kept like playing with the cracks in the walls in the day room and was like, I'm falling into the cracks. Like she was a hoot. I loved her. But we'd be outside, and so we all started, they were like, Jenna, sing for us, because I'd always be kind of like being crazy. I was coming off a lot of uppers. And they were like, so I would sing American Pie, and by the end we'd all be like screaming and chanting American Pie, and the staff would be like, you guys need to calm down, we're gonna have to like sedate you all. Like they'd be like, this is completely inappropriate, because all the other little dog kennels for the other floors would be staring at us as we're like, a long time ago. Yeah, it was awesome. Good times.
Jay-Z.
Oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, I guess mine is like more on the Shane's side of things. Although his was, again, he was just like an innocent victim, and mine was totally like all my fault and self-inflicted. And it was a situation where I don't even know how to say or start, but anyway, we were doing a lot of heroin like every day, and then ran out, and my ex's friend from out of town came to town and wanted some, and then it was like, Saturday night at 2 or 3 a.m. or some ridiculous time that we decided to go into a very sketchy part of town to try to get more. So, and then as soon as we got there, we were just like so out of place, and somebody's like, hey, yeah, come on, right around the corner. And then we came around the corner, and then I had a gun to my head. It was kind of like give me your wallet, give me everything in your pockets, that kind of thing. And so it was a crazy situation. I lost my Motorola flip phone and my wallet, and then I'm like, hey, can I have my wallet back though? I mean, my ID, I don't want to have to go get another one, and what are you gonna do with it anyway? So they did give me like my wallet and my ID back, but just kept the money and credit cards. And then as soon as I just was, all I could think of was like, oh my God, my mom will be so disappointed if I die this way. And this person really has no, like, they don't care or know or whatever. It
Mhm.
was just a big, like, that really was a situation. I mean, I've been in other situations where I've been physically in danger. Like I thought I was gonna die because of like I was gonna crash on a motorcycle or whatever. But this is like out of my hands, and it was just like so like, why did I get myself into this situation? And it was crazy because what happened was, after, they're like, all right, now get out of here. So we start walking, and I'm walking back to the car where I parked it. And my companion, she was like, hey, I still have a $20 bill that I folded up and had snuck inside my glove. Like we could still go score. And I'm like, no thanks. I'm going back to the car.
Wow.
But she really did go and like find somebody else and get drugs from them. It was nuts. Anyway.
Wow.
I hear about that.
Debbie, do you want to answer the question?
My last, so my dangers, I almost died in a house fire. It was July 20th, 1970. I was 14 years old, and I had a friend of mine. I was not supposed to be in her house when the parents weren't there, but I used to do it anyway. And it was a very hot day. My friend decided to light candles all over the house, and my brother knocked on the door. Now, this is very interesting because my brother does not even like this person. And he was like, can I hang out with you guys? I'm like, okay. So we came in and we decided to go down in the basement and make a drip candle. And I do remember telling her, make sure you blow out all the candles. Well, she left one on. And we were down in the basement and we started hearing noises like glass breaking, something crashing upstairs. I'm like, what the hell? So we thought somebody broke into the house. We're down in the basement and we walked towards the stairs. And in the room next to the stairs, there's smoke coming down through the floorboard, the floorboards, the ceiling actually. And so she was so dramatic. She pushes me up the stairs first. There was a door at the top of the staircase, but the configuration of her house was the same as ours, and our door never opened up. So I didn't think to go out that door. And the kitchen's right there, and there's smoke everywhere. And I'm panicking, and I look at the stove. There's nothing on the stove, and I don't remember anything after that. As I'm pounding on the front door to let me out, let me out, let me out. My friend was going to walk into her room. You come through the kitchen, and there was a small hallway, and her room was right there, and it was fully ablaze with fire coming out of and I don't remember seeing that. I don't remember it. And my brother grabbed her by the collar, and it took the three of us because the door was swollen shut. It took the three of us to open up the door, and we had to run to my house, which was right around the corner. And I was scared of my mother because she was crazy. She was batshit crazy. Even in shock, I said to her, I think Beverly's house is on fire. You got to call the fire department. She goes, you think her house is on fire? I said, just call the fire department. So they did, and the whole house, except for the structure, was still there, but the whole house was burnt down. And my parents were nutsy, so I thought, oh my God, they're gonna kill us. They're literally gonna kill us. And my arm was killing me. And my brother said, yeah, you ran into the refrigerator. I said, I what? I don't remember doing that. He goes, yeah, you ran right into it. You ran right into the refrigerator. And I'm like, oh my God. When my parents told, my mother said, we're not going to give you any punishment. This is the punishment. You're going to have to go see what happened to that house. Now, I'm a 14-year-old. There was no way that I can imagine anything that I saw in there. It was just horrible. It was horrible. I've seen, the telephone. They had a wall telephone. It looked like, what is it? That guy, Dali. It looked like a Dali painting. The walls were black and all bubbled. I'd never seen anything like it. And they had to live in a trailer for 3 months. But that was so scary that I can't even tell you, because I still don't remember anything about that, seeing the fire. I mean, I ran past the hallway where it was lapping out, but I don't remember it at all. And if it wasn't for my brother, I wouldn't be here.
So sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, that was scary. That was scary.
Glad you're okay.
Am I? We're all a little crazy. It's okay.
Yeah.
Life is life. We get into these kind of situations and it's like, you can't say that it doesn't affect you on some level. It either brings you an epiphany or an awakening, or it's like, or it brings you to like, I ain't ever going into that place ever again, like what Kimber said, There's certain things you're just not going to do because, it scared you so much.
Yeah.
But Jenna, you are crazy, cray girl. You could do.
No.
That's what I love about you. I love you.
That's the old me, Debbie. You're insane now.
Is it?
Want to try? We have 3 minutes. Maybe that's not enough for the last topic.
Let's try it.
Okay.
We'll talk really fast.
Okay.
Oh, I have to roll the dice.
Well, it's got to be Andy or Kimber to.
So I'm one. Kimber's. How about I'm odd and she's even?
Okay. Odds and evens. 8.
All right, Kimber.
I was just going to bring up, Andy, your conversation about tattoos, because I didn't feel like it was given, like I thought you were asking good questions. And they were proving that it is a part of your chart, because that was the most Pisces answer I've ever heard. So, but I didn't want to say that in the chat. So I wanted to know if you feel like, if you have any tattoos or piercings, and if they connect to your chart, either where they are or in the style that they are. I already answered in the chat of the show, so I just want to hear from other people.
I have colored tattoos. I remember you saying something about him saying about mine are like a lot of color. In fact, I have shading on I have a lotus flower with purple shading on the petals and everything else.
Leo.
You're Leo, right?
Yeah.
My sister has a lot of Leo in her chart, and she has a lot of color tattoos.
And my yin yang sign, instead of black and clear, it's red. So I guess that is also kind of a Leo thing.
I do think your yin yang is interesting because it's on your ankle and you're an Aquarius moon. So we could say that the placement of it is like your chart.
Yeah, yeah. But the other one is on my upper hip, and it wasn't exactly about astrology. It was in a place where I didn't want everybody to see it, but I wanted to be able to see it. I know a lot of people do. Why would you want to have your tattoos on your back or whatever? You can't see it unless
you
and
Ricky agree on that.
Yeah.
You had the same opinion.
I love my back tattoo.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see it. I want to look at it every day and go, oh, because it means a lot to me,
Do you still notice it when you look at it, or has it just become like something that you don't really notice?
There's moments, you do, because I've had this one since so almost 20 years, and it doesn't fade. It's because it's not exposed to the sun. So the colors are always still there. It's really pretty. But there are moments when I want to look at this, and because it reminds me of my lover who passed away. So and when I look at my ankle, when I'm shaving, it's like it reminds me of bringing balance into my life. Yeah.
How about you, Jesse? Are yours per your chart at all?
Oh yeah, I definitely think so. Like my tattoos are like stick and poke tattoos that I did myself, and they look like they're half done because they are, but I think they're finished. But they're all like, yeah, so Pisces 12th house, like dissolving into nothingness. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also the sacred action phrase is very divine. Like now you're
Oh, yeah, that's a sacred action.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the one over here is like it's an alchemical symbol. It's the point in the alchemy where the unmanifest potential becomes manifest. So yeah, I'd definitely say relevant.
I love that.
All right, Jenna, you've got 30 seconds.
All right, 30 seconds. I definitely think that my tattoos are represented in my chart because all of my tattoos pretty much are traditional American style, but I was never in the Navy. So my Mars is in Capricorn, like traditional, and it's completely unaspected. So my tattoos are not tied to the rest of myself. And like some of them are meaningful, but a lot of them I was just like, I like that. Put it on me. So yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I thought that was a great topic, Andy, like for a show.
Thank you. I like my brother. He was like, "That was a really good show." I was like, "It wasn't my favorite because I felt like I was getting like denied the whole time, but whatever, it was fine."
You should do it again.
Yeah.
Like I want to see a panel of tattoo artists.
Do over. Yeah. Do you guys want to see my full body negative space tattoo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Here's my line, and if the rest of my body is a negative space tattoo.
I got so excited.
No, I'll tell you the story of my tattoo sometime, but we got to go. All right, you guys, thank you. I know that, we never know what's going to happen on the show. I really enjoy it. I hope you do too. And we will see you all tomorrow. Jenna, you've been rocking Facebook. Kimber, I saw you on Facebook. Jay-Z.
I'm posting something tomorrow. I'm really excited, but it seemed like there's a lot going on today. So
Nice.
wait.
I posted something to your wall today, Andy.
Nice. All right. Good job, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Okay, bye.